I honestly think there's a time that we have to cut some people off and stop allowing them access to platforms and continues to spill stuff that doesn't even make any sense to them.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
So what's going on, you all? I had a chance to watch the interview that TS Madison did with Tasha K. And I was honestly a little bit surprised that Tasha K was able to do an interview or was doing an interview about any of this, because I'm just like, you know, girl, this just happened 2 months ago. It's already being reported that you've not taken the videos down and there's an injunction filed on you and all these things. So I was really confused. I was like, why is she on this platform talking? And she continues to say that she has proof showing that Cardi B is, and to come out, she makes jokes about it. She comments on other stuff when TS Madison asks her, like, okay, girl, do you have the money to pay for it? How you gonna pay for it? She says that she got some coins or something taken care of, whatever. And honestly, let me just give just a PSA from the beginning. I love TS Madison. I respect TS Madison. I'm loving the growth and everything she's been able to do over the last couple of years. She's seriously deserving of all of this. And you can tell that sis has really amplified herself, and I love that. I think, however, I love that TS Madison is a person that always allows people to come and, you know, speak and talk and do all the other stuff. But I think that we need to press pause on some people. I think that we cannot no longer allow folks like Tasha K to come on our platforms and say derogatory stuff. Sometimes it's not about like, oh, let's hear both parties, all the other stuff. It's specifically when a party is steady using these moments of grace being extended to continuously saying harmful stuff. Cardi B has already said that the stuff that Tasha K was saying left her like suicidal, all of that. She's talked about the mental like feelings that she has had seeing all the stuff that Tasha K was saying, all the rumors, and Tasha K is still doing the same stuff. She has not learned. I don't want to diagnose her and say that she has this or whatever, but something seriously is not clicking. Something seriously isn't clicking if you are watching that video and you're seeing that Tasha K is continuously saying the same stuff. She hasn't learned. She knows how to scapegoat certain questions and stuff. And, I got paperwork for that. I got this and that and Well, all Cardi B asks from the very beginning is that delete the videos. That's all Cardi B asked from the very beginning before she even took this to court, all of this. And yet again, we still have Tasha K still saying the same stuff. Girl, let me tell you something. The Supreme Court, the Circuit Court, girl, not even the food court in Lenox Mall is interested in approving this case for any type of appeal. It's just not happening. I just do not see it happening. Now, the only thing that Tasha K made sense was saying on this interview was that, like, cases like this are very hard. Like, they hardly ever like make it. They hardly ever like get to that point where it's where it's at now. And I'm thinking that maybe she believes that it's gonna be thrown out and maybe she'll get an appeal or whatever happened. I don't see that happening in this case. And I wish that Tasha K would honestly just sit down and just let it play out. Like, even if, and I have to keep saying this, even if it is true, at the very least, if it is true, that's between Cardi B and whoever. Cardi B and her husband and whoever else she's engaging with. That's not between us. I cannot sit here and allow and to say it's okay for this woman to be out here spreading rumors about sexual health that are that are not doing anything but promoting stigma. And that's the thing that gets me irritated, because it's not even about mess or allowing somebody to come on a platform and talk. It's about her continuously spreading misinformation about this type of stuff, like continuously to activate the stigma when it comes to sexual health. When we want to talk about people getting tested, people knowing their status and stuff like this, conversations like this do nothing for people who are living with herpes, living with HIV, or living with any type of medical condition. This does nothing, especially when it comes to sexual health. It absolutely does nothing. It is harmful. It is harmful, and I have to keep reiterating how harmful it is for this woman who literally had to go to court because she was saying that this woman had herpes. Like, that was Tasha K's whole thing, that she kept saying that Cardi B had it, kept making jokes, kept saying all this stuff, kept doing videos about it. And now we're allowing her to come on this space, hosted by this trans woman, when Tasha K herself has been transphobic in the past. She literally made comments about Zaya Wade a couple of years ago where she said she would never call Zaya Wade by her pronouns that she wants to be used on her. Like, this is what gets me. This is what gets me, and I understand we want to have this oh, kumbaya, we need to allow people to speak and we need to be fair. I'm not sitting next to no Klansman allowing him to talk about black folks should be enslaved. I'm not. We got to be able to choose and say, like, hey girl, you know what? I'm gonna bow out gracefully because I'm not gonna be having you on my platform talking this mess because you're not doing anything but talking mess. I understand TS Madison is a very loving person, so this drag is not even to her, it's to us. It's to us that are providing commentary, social critiques, or anything on stuff like this. We have got to stop allowing these people to come on our platforms and to say absolutely nothing. Like, to just cause more harm to our communities. We have to just stop it, because this absolutely does nothing. This is this is another thing of that false positivity. I'm gonna come in here and let this woman come in here being very positive, let her come in here and take the stuff, and then she just out here ramshacking everything. And then we'll say, oh, well, we allowing her to come in here and talk. No, it's not, because we know it's gonna get clicks, and we know it's gonna get views, and it's gonna bring out like engagement and all the other stuff. It's not even about that. And sometimes we have to say, you know what? Stop. Like, no. Tasha K came on this thing, like, she's actually worse than she was a couple of months ago, because now people are now giving her the grace. That stuff that she did to Cardi B was harmful. Cardi B is a human being at the end of the day. And all she asks is that, hey girl, can you delete those videos? Like, this is not true, da da da. And for Tasha K to act as if her being friends with Nicki Minaj has nothing to do with it. Girl, you literally did a video talking about Nicki Minaj that was like, you were saying some stuff, you was reporting on some stuff, and you deleted it. They said you deleted the video, girl. Like, there have been some times where some of y'all bloggers or whoever y'all want to call yourself this week have pulled y'all like punches and stuff when it comes to people who y'all like. Y'all hold these criticisms and stuff. Y'all don't have the same critique for somebody who you're close with. You don't. There's been plenty of times when Nicki Minaj should have been called out. Like, you were literally calling out Cardi B on this versus all the stuff that this other person has done. It just doesn't make any sense. If we're gonna report, I would honestly think this story was more important than this one. But it's not about that. It's about getting her, like, Tasha K has some type of vendetta against Cardi B. And I don't know what is going on, but something is not there in her brain for her not to understand that this stuff is very serious. Not just from $4 million serious, it's serious from the point of you are out here saying, like, you're continuously this stigmatizing conversation, this trash conversation when it comes to this girl possibly having herpes. Like, that is what you're saying, oh, she has it. This woman has said that she doesn't have it. So what does it matter? What does it matter if she does and she doesn't? Why are we talking about this? Why are we having a conversation about somebody that we're not sexually engaging with? Because it sounds fun, it's funny to be, oh, they got, like, are we in high school? Are we in high school making fun of somebody that have, like, this is the stuff. And then we wonder why, you know, we're still seeing cases grow. We wonder why, oh, such and such is burning, or such and such gave me this. We are not creating environments for people to feel comfortable talking about their sexual health because of stuff like this. We're sitting here joking about the possibility of this woman having herpes. No one is taking the conversation, hardly any of us is taking the conversation like serious. None of us are really holding Tasha K accountable for saying this stuff. Like, none of us are saying, you know what, girl, I'm not going to be engaging in her content, still watching, still subscribing. Honestly, YouTube should demonetize her whole channel, to be honest. If I had to call for something, I honestly think YouTube should demonetize her whole channel, to be honest. Because that stuff is extremely harmful. That stuff is extremely harmful. And we are not doing the work we need to be doing to create safe spaces for folks to talk about their sexual experiences with their health. Like we're not. Like, imagine someone who is living with herpes, seeing that you are sharing this stuff and laughing at the stuff that Tasha K was saying about Cardi B possibly whatever. Do you think that person's gonna feel comfortable like sharing that with you or whatever? Do you think that person's gonna, like, have you created space for them to tell you? Because at the end of the day, we should be out here having conversations and saying, hey, this is what I got going on. This is what's the tea with me. But we're not creating environments like that. And then we wonder why folks don't say anything and don't want to, because this is the reality. This is the reality because we get shamed for it. We get shamed for it. Like, even someone who has been talking about this for a long time, it is still difficult for me to even disclose dating now. It is hard now to disclose because of stuff like this. Like, when y'all got, like, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. And I'm wondering, why are we allowing this woman who has proven herself to be transphobic, proven herself to be a liar, and will do anything for any attention and clicks and views, to be on a platform and talk to this very successful black trans woman who is all about empowerment and having meaningful conversations? Why are we allowing this fool to sit next to TS Madison? No, TS Madison is better than this. She's better than this content. Like, I cannot sit by here and act as if that's not an issue. I can't do it. Because there's a lot of queer people who do watch TS Madison and enjoy her content. And Tasha K is not deserving of a platform or audience to speak. She isn't. She isn't at all. And if she was really being serious, she would have came on here with some understanding. The only thing she's doing is still upholding the same trash ideology she's had that got her ass sued. Like the same trash, like she still is saying the same stuff. I am not inviting no Trump supporter to come on here and talk about no what's the name. There's some people I'm saying, no girl, I'm not doing that. And I think there's a coming time that we should be able to say, no, I'm not doing that, girl. I don't think Tasha K should have been allowed to sit next to T.S. Madison and say any of these things harmful anymore. And at this point, I hope that Cardi B sues the entire out of this woman. I hope that it does happen. I hope that whatever that Cardi B needs to do to get her to shut up, I hope it happens at this point. Because honestly, I was like, girl, I don't think she go to jail. Like, honestly, at this point, you don't learn. You're not learning. You're not learning. You didn't come on here and say, you know what? It would have been everything. Tasha K would have had a winning moment had she went on this and said, you know what? I should never engage in that. Even if it is true, I should have never been out here, what's name and stuff. The woman says she ain't have it. Why am I out here continuing on the campaign and crusade for it? Ask yourself, why is Tasha K on a crusade to prove that Cardi B has herpes? What is the purpose? What do we get out of that? What do we get out of that? What does she get out of that? What does she get out of naming and saying that? What does she get out of this argument? Answer that question. She gets nothing from this. She gets attention from using stuff like this to get people to watch her, clickbaity stuff to talk about somebody's sexual health. Like, are you serious? It's sad. It's really sad, to be honest. And I really feel sorry for her children. I feel sorry for her children being dragged through the mud for this. Like, it's really sickening, to be honest. That's all. Like, I just, like, when I say, I'm sitting, I don't have any words. How confusing it is. Like, Tasha, just stop. Stop this, sister. Like, like, leave this alone. This is not serious. Like, even if you do, stop. What are you getting out of this, mama? What are you getting out of the what are you getting that you have the proof? Why does it matter? It's not like you're doing a story to say, oh, she was working with such and such and she had a song and da-da-da. It's not like you're reporting on something like, okay, you are reporting about this woman's sexual health. Like, oh my God. Are you okay? She should not be sitting next to anybody with a platform as big as TS Madison and allowed to say this. No, it's time to stand up and tell these folks no. Period. So that's all I got. I honestly just wanted to tell you all how I felt watching and watching the interview and all the other stuff. Let me know how you felt about watching it. Am I going insane because I'm feeling like that Tasha K should have never been on there like talking? Am I the only person? And the only reason why I watched it is because my friend told me to watch it. But I'm telling you now, I'm not clicking on anything else with her, to be honest. The only way I would click on something is if they tell her ass to delete them videos and she going to jail because she didn't. That's the only way.